Picture this. Henry Ford's pickups weren't just vehicles, they were architects of our nation, laying the foundation for the Second Industrial Revolution and propelling us to victory in 2 world wars. A Ford pickup, my friends, is as much a symbol of America as the majestic bald eagle or the iconic Statue of Liberty. Over 106 years of crafting pickups, Ford consistently raised the bar, gifting us with truly extraordinary and iconic trucks. But hold on, if you think these trucks are just for hauling stuff, think again. Some of Ford's vintage pickups, now as rare as hidden treasures, have transformed from workhorses to collectible gems. From practical work machines to prize collectibles, let's explore some of Ford's most unique and rare pickups that have transformed from everyday vehicles into iconic treasures. In 1993, Ford unleashed the SVT Lightning onto the streets. A super-fast pickup aimed to outdo Chevy's 454 SS. However, it didn't quite catch on and was stopped after 3 years. Ford didn't give up, though. By 1999, they made the Lightning stronger and sleeker, and by 2001, they boosted its engine to make it the top sports truck around. Car and Driver even called it the quickest pickup gets quicker, as it zoomed from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.8 seconds. Back then, fast pickup trucks were a new idea. Trucks were mostly for work, like hauling stuff. But in the 1990s, companies started making pickups that were not only fast, but also looked cool. The first SVT Lightning in 1993 kicked off Ford's move into speedy vehicles, leading to awesome ones like the Raptor and Focus SVT. Later, all of Ford's fast car efforts came together under Ford Performance. The 2003 Lightning was so fast it was called the world's fastest production pickup truck by the Guinness Book of World Records, hitting speeds around 147 miles per hour. Despite its fame, Ford hasn't planned to bring the Lightning back, mainly because the F-150 got too big and complex. The Raptor is now Ford's go-to for a speedy truck. There was even some rare right-hand drive Lightnings made, and Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear drove one. These are super rare, especially in the US, and it's a bit of a mystery if they were made by the factory or converted later. The SVT Lightning was special, adding things like bucket seats, advanced axle oil, and a dual exhaust system to the F-Series for the first time. It had a powerful 5.4-liter supercharged V8 engine that set the stage for future Ford Performance engines. Even though it's a collector's item now, the Lightning is still kind of affordable, with good ones going for around $20,000, way less than a new Raptor. The Lightning was known for being stable at high speeds, thanks to upgraded cooling systems and a limited slip differential that helped with handling, a rare find in trucks back then. Now, have you ever heard of the Ford 3000 Leisure Backie? Let me introduce you to a cool slice of history. Just to clear things up, yes, there was actually something known as the Leisure Backie. Imagine cruising down to your favorite outdoor spot in a truck designed just for fun and adventure. That was the promise of the Leisure Backie, with ads from back in the day inviting you to head on down the highway to the great outdoors. In the Backie built to suit your leisure needs, or built to take you to where the action is wherever you're going or towing. Ford Leisure Backies. There's one that measures up to your lifestyle. So, what exactly was this Leisure Backie? Ford crafted these small trucks based on the European Ford Escort and Ford Cortina, specifically for the South African market. The Leisure Backie came in 2 flavors: the half-ton Bantam truck, perfect for lighter adventures, and the more robust Cortina-based version with a 1-ton payload, powered by a hefty 3.0-liter engine. It was quite the competitor, similar in design and capacity to the Puzo 504 pickup, but these types of trucks were unique to places like Australia, South Africa, and some parts of South America. Diving into the archives, Ford introduced this super truck in 1977, and Car Magazine got to test drive the performance model, the 3000 manual shift Backie, in their July 1980 issue. Between 1978 and 1980, this second-generation Backie was a hit in South Africa, with 24,000 units sold. The test vehicle car reviewed came decked out with an optional fiberglass canopy, snazzy 2-tone paint, and even halogen lights for those late-night drives. It had some cool features for its time, like a lockable fuel cap, reversing light, tinted windscreen, durable rubber mat for the cargo area, and a sleek tonneau cover to keep things tidy. Under the hood, the SX V6 engine paired with a 4-speed manual gearbox made this Backie a powerhouse, sprinting from 0 to 80 miles per hour in just 7.6 seconds and reaching speeds up to 170 miles per hour. Speeds you wouldn't expect from a workhorse. Plus, it was pretty fuel efficient, consuming around 1 gallon per 234 miles with the canopy and even less without it. This bakkie wasn't just built for work. It was designed for speed, adventure, and everything in between. Moving on, we have the Ford Pampa. In 1982, Ford Brazil launched the Ford Pampa, a nifty pickup truck based on the Ford Corcel 2. It was the second pickup of its kind, hot on the heels of the Fiat Fiorino, known back then as the City. The Pampa, named after a type of horse, offered the coziness of a car and the toughness of a utility vehicle, outdoing its rivals with a beefier load capacity. It sported the Corcel 2 face in a cargo area inspired by the larger F1000 truck. Unlike the Fiat's independent rear suspension, the Pampa went for a solid rear axle with leaf springs, ready for heavy lifting. Powered by a 1600cc engine from the Corcel, available with 4 or 5-speed transmissions, the Pampa was built for hauling up to 600 kilograms, thanks to some smart engineering, including stiffer front suspension and a Corcel differential. It was a little workhorse. The Pampa could zoom up to 100 miles per hour, fueled by either petrol or alcohol with a hefty 76-liter tank. Luxury touches from the fancy Del Rey, like air conditioning and a digital clock, made it quite the ride. 1984 brought the Pampa a peppier CHT engine and the thrill of a 4x4 version of first for a car-based pickup. This 4x4 model kept it subtle with its looks, but packed for adventure with off-road tires and more. Come 1986, the Pampa freshened up with new models and even adopted the 4x4 front look. A few years later, it kept up with the times, introducing fancier versions and eventually, in 1989, an optional Volkswagen 1.8 liters engine for those seeking more pep. Throughout its life, the Pampa evolved, donning new faces, gaining luxury options, and even an electronically controlled carburetor in 1994. By 1997, it embraced fuel injection before riding off into the sunset with over 350,000 units sold. Its successor, the Ford Courier, tried but couldn't quite capture the Pampa's magic. Lastly, on our list, we have a Ford Bantam. These unique Ford trucks, known as bakkies, are a rare sight in the United States, but were a common sight on the roads of South Africa. From 1983 to 2011, the Bantam went through 3 different designs, each based on a different car. It started with the Ford Escort, moved on to the Mazda 323, and finished with the Ford Fiesta. This little truck, the Bantam, was South Africa's smaller answer to the utility vehicles, not starting from big American cars, but from something more compact. The Bantam we're talking about is from the very last batch made, ending in 2011 with the Fiesta-based version. It came with either a 1.3 or 1.6-liter engine, and the one we're looking at likely has the bigger engine, hinted at by its body-colored bumper, unlike the base models with their black bumpers. It was about as compact as a utility vehicle could get, designed specifically for the South African market, even though you might find similar small trucks in places like South America. For anyone who adores 60s Ford trucks, has a soft spot for Batman, or loves classic hot rods, this 1964 F100 is almost impossible to fault. It's the ideal partner for towing or cruising alongside a 60s T-Bird or Mustang, especially in a matching color scheme. Truly, it's a dream pairing straight out of heaven. Which Ford truck do you think best embodies the spirit of adventure? Leave your answer in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more exciting automotive content. Until next time, keep exploring, and stay tuned for our next adventure.